Really gritty early. Finally they kind of broke it open. I don't know how many runners they faced. I don't know the stats in front of me, but they had a strand somewhere between 6 and 10, I would guess, those first 4 innings before they finally cracked it open. We were fortunate to only be down 2-0. Thought we could get some traction going. We just never got the bats going to really threaten them, and that's what a veteran-led team does. They just keep hammering, keep it coming until finally you break through, and they're tough. They're tough. They got 3 really tough kids at the top. And we thought maybe it would fall off a little bit more than it did. Some of those kids in the middle and the bottom half that we thought, according to our scouting report, we thought we might be able to tackle a bit more than we did. And they battled really well. So they're deeper than I thought they were, and they got some really elite kids at the top. The Kiner kid's pretty good on the mound, mixes up well. The Hall kid that threw the other night, we saw threw really well. They're going to be a tough out for anybody, and we gave them a battle there for a while, but they just outlasted us, and that's the way it goes. But pretty proud of the way the guys kept grinding at it tonight.
3 different innings there. As you kind of went in there yourself, 2 innings, especially early on, they load the bases and still get a run there, but that's what you hold them to. For a while, minimizing the damage there, and even an inning where they load the bases with, I think, just 1 out there, and you hold them to nothing there. So, really speaks the fight of the defense here tonight as well.
Yeah, for a team with no seniors, we showed a lot of fight. I was a little bit worried that maybe they would crack open earlier than it did, but we did a nice job. Jackson didn't have his best control. He had good stuff, and at the same time, you got to work the edges with these guys. If you leave stuff fat, they're going to hammer it. So, he just missing off the edge just a hair, and his pitch count rose, and we knew we had to get him out, before too long. Skyler came in. He wasn't extremely sharp, but he worked his butt off. Left some guys in runners on scoring position when he came in. Aiden put him in a tough spot. He didn't even get a chance to get loose in the bullpen. He did a nice job. I thought all the guys on the mound competed their butts off against a really tough lineup. And defensively, we made some plays. Gavin made a play up the middle. Morgan made a catch there and right. There's some plays out there that we didn't make, but there's still plays we did. And we gave ourselves a chance. The bats never came through to really threaten them.
You had some dramatic shifts defensively, and a lot of times it really panned out in your favor. Tell us a little bit about how you developed that scouting report and how it did or did not work out throughout the night.
We've done that all year. Just we use our spray charts to see where they've gone, what their tendencies are, and occasionally a guy will break that because if he's been throwing fastballs all year and he's been late, and you shift to the weak side, and then you decide you want to attack him with curveballs, you got to be careful he doesn't turn on one. So a lot of that comes down to just our preparation. We've shifted dramatically all year, especially when some of our softer throwers throw. Anytime Aiden's on the mound, we typically get 3 guys on one side of the infield, and that's what we do. And some people maybe question a little bit, but to me, you look at the major leagues, you look at college, you look at any level really, you're silly not to. If the data says 80% of the time he's going to the right side, then why don't you put an extra guy on the right side? Occasionally they might beat it, but for the most part, I don't think there was ever one tonight that we were overshifted and they really blooped one opposite. And against Cam, we did the same thing. We had scouting reports. The kids get a little 4-page report with all the spray charts of all the kids and a little blurb on what they do, and then we get a card out at the end as we go, and we've got how we're going to pitch them, how we're going to play our infield, how we're going to play our outfield, and the kids get that ahead of time, so it's not a surprise, and then they get pretty good at it. They don't have to learn to look at it. They get to know the hitters pretty well, and the regular season we don't do it quite as specific on who's going where. We kind of we've got our calls for an extreme shift or a slight shift one way or the other, and the guys have done a nice job this year. I think it's definitely saved our pitchers some runs over the course of the season. I wish we could track the data a little bit better and become a math nerd as far as that goes with sports and numbers. But we're pretty sure that it's been big for us. The reason why we've been able to grind out some of those close wins, it saved us some runs over the course of the season.
What kind of message you have for a team with no seniors that went toe-to-toe for 4.5 innings with one of the best in the state here tonight?
Just really proud of where we're at. The last time we had no seniors, I think we went something like 8-19. You can fact check me on that one. But in the next year we come back and go something like 23-9 and lose in a tough district final game. And so if those guys take that kind of step from 500 in a district final, it's a really special season. And it's that message going forward in all their sports. Football is the one up next, and cross country for those guys in the fall. And we didn't have a lot of seniors last year in those sports, and you go right on down the list. I'm really excited for what these guys bring. These juniors had to really turn into seniors early. They've had some of those responsibilities in the weight room ever since football ended, and they've kind of developed some leadership. And this season they had no choice. They were the oldest guys, and they've taken it on really well. It's been a really fun bunch. I've really enjoyed them. You never have to doubt if they're willing to fight for anybody. It's a competitive bunch. I'd rather rather temper down the fire than try to light it every day, and we don't have to light it every day. These guys are ready to go. They're fiery competitors. They want to go. They want to get after it, and it'll be fun for me to watch the program going forward because it's in a good spot right now.
Has it hit you much yet? How much you're going to miss as you transition to the AD and have to give up this gig? How much you're going to miss it?
Yes and no. I've known it all along. So I can kind of come to grips with it. But at the same time, it's pretty fresh. So I haven't had my first day of throwing in the winter that I'm not there, or my first day of practice, or my first game. All those firsts are going to be tough. I'm just glad and lucky that I get to still be in the school with these guys, still be a part of these guys in other sports. Still, I'll be at all their home games and probably a bunch of their away games. So I'll still get to enjoy it and see them continue to grow and develop. But it'll definitely be hard next spring and summer for sure. But I'm excited for Matt Wilder, who's taken over the program, and I'm excited for these guys because they're going to be fun to watch next summer.
Appreciate it, Coach.
You bet. Thanks, guys.
Hey, thanks, Coach.